Ugh.
Sounds like a bird.
Okay.
I'm, wow. Okay.
So, are we rolling? I'm confused now.
Wonderful.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
what do we do?
Oh, potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yes.
My
No.
potatoes.
Alright, episode 2, I guess let's roll.
Boil.
Wait,
Mash.
I already did. Okay.
I know, we're rolling. We need to go.
Alright,
Shut the
fuck up.
Alright,
I
cough,
finished
cough,
the
quiet.
chapter at this point.
Bitch!
Boring for you?
What?
Even though you're just watching me read.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with somebody else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean about having friends?
Oh, that's sad.
One of those.
But you
And Smooth Brain, what's your friend?
That's not it. No, I don't really know.
That's
What do you mean?
sad.
Don't you share your manga with your friends?
You're not rubbing in.
That fucking freaks me out every time that the animation does that.
That's because you're a bitch.
He slides into animation.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids.
Silly boy.
Yeah, like as
Manga is
if
for kids.
I don't think any of us have ever even read a manga before.
Silly rabbit tricks are for
Speak for
kids.
yourself.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
I do, in fact, read manga.
Yeah, no, the whole it's for kids thing. Those people probably have never read one before.
Oh, yeah.
Just go ahead and make the read Kill la Kill and they'll change their mind real quick.
I said the line!
Okay.
Huh? You still haven't run out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Fuckheads.
I know those kinds of people.
Such
Honestly, it
douchebags.
takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I
Wait a minute.
gravitate towards the other losers over time.
Kind of?
But it's probably harder for somebody like you.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Gamers are oppressed. Gamers are oppressed.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
Fair point.
Like, no, Weather Boy.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room.
She can't.
I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this.
Run that clip of that guy running over the fucking video games with the lawnmower.
Sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I just had a Vietnam flashback of one of Natsuki's poems, and I just,
Oh no! Don't
died.
spoil it for the rest of us who haven't made it that far.
I won't.
Sir, shut the fuck up.
It's one of the special poems.
Well,
Wait,
maybe we'll get
let
lucky.
me go.
That's true.
It's safe in the clubroom. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. My voice is breaking. I just can't win, can I?
No,
Well,
you
it
cannot.
paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, eating it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems, dumbass.
Maybe, maybe not.
I think you skipped
But
a... Whatever.
at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
Can you just check history for a second?
Natsuki's feeling very doubtful.
save game.
I did.
Do it again.
I said the line, bitch! So?
That's hot.
Jeez, that's enough. You wanna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page.
Don't you see that at all, you literate fuck.
Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. It's a picture of loss.
It's a Yankee with no brim.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Whoa, look at whoa.
That's some obscure stuff there.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. It turns out to be lost.
You know he's my favorite character. You only feel a lot bad for her since she's so unlucky. I was gonna say ugly, but you know, mostly unlucky. I can relate.
Damn.
It's especially bad when. I shouldn't be talking about that yet. I'm going to work on those endings. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with somebody like that.
Loser!
You provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience.
You
I
suck
thought my
Doki
face smiled a
balls!
little to myself.
Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems?
Holy fuck, I even forgot about that.
Yeah, not really a thing on your mind when you read manga.
No.
Manga is poetry. Changed my mind.
Good argument.
Did you read the line?
Yes, I read the fucking line!
I couldn't read it, sir. I couldn't hear
Wait, he couldn't read it.
it. Yeah, I can't read the audio.
He's become illiterate.
Could your timing be any worse?
Oh, no, that's no.
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Shut the fuck up!
Monica, stop getting jealous.
I fell asleep.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me.
Cecil, no.
She hastily slides herself a good foot away from me.
Just say 12 inches!
Right. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and foot it towards foot.
Foot it. That's that's the wrong buddy part.
I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
Giving it back? Do you wanna know what happens? Happens? No, got it.
Yeah, but Monica just said,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's at home with you.
eh? Is that really alright? Also, I'm saying a lot.
Yeah, you are.
You're really confused. Are you?
Mostly
Have you
because
been to the doctor for your retardation?
I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home.
Isn't that kind of the fucking point?
Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. Don't let go on any benders. It's really addicted.
Tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far.
Look
I
at
might
that
fall
tomorrow.
behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then.
You fucking
I
dweeb!
stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, that's stupid.
You're so
My
fucking
relaxation
awkward!
ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing.
You can't even write, dude!
I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the
Where's
other
that
hand,
phone?
Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Oh
Wow,
dang.
first choice of the game.
Just remember, we have to read our own poems out.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit here jam to this. That's
Uh,
gonna be the rest of the video. Forever.
Oh no.
That's it. The whole
Oh no.
thing. This is stupid.
We're being held
I can't
captive.
just- Yep.
Wait, fuck! Check audio!
It's working, okay?
Check it again!
I did!
Double check it. Do
Triple
it again.
check! Quadruple check! Keep fucking checking!
Okay,
Keep your eye on it. You can't.
I
even
have
listen to
been,
voice.
constantly. I'm not letting another episode 2.
Especially on episode 2.
The unluckiness of episode 2 is there's just no audio on them.
Alright.
Just group vote here.
Do we just want to vote? I would hold on.
Nope, I've got it. Hold on.
No, I got it. Fuck, you did it first.
Meaning Sayori.
Oh shit.
I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. He's my good friend after all.
Yeah, you wrote it
No.
for.
Wow, rude.
This is a good poem, Vincent. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not.
Back off my man, bitch!
Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
You seem lonely, so yeah. I guess you're right.
Fuck off.
But that's why it impressed me. Because you're a loser. Well, to be
Jim.
honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it, seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one.
My door's been cracked open this entire time.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
I bet it fucking has, Natsuki. Ho.
Natsuki's been fucked this entire time.
Stop.
Wait, what?
You're dead. Your door was
Not to
open.
mention-
The world has heard you.
Not
Mostly
to
just my
mention-
mother, and she's already lost her faith in me.
Oh.
Not
Okay,
to,
then.
not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my
Look,
promise.
my window's open too.
See?
The world
Wow.
really has been hearing you.
It's like I said before, Vincent. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people could do.
And you're not one of them, but you really
Right.
gave it a good shot.
Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Listen just wants to go
Yeah.
fishing with his spaghetti and meatballs.
Shut up.
Here's meatballs. Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
That makes me more worried than anything.
Yeah.
See about that.
I'm illiterate. Oh dear.
Jesus.
A little flickery.
Okay.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, and I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Bacon!
She at least had a coherent sense on the second paragraph.
Yuri. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
By the way, can we just ask
Yeah,
why
yeah.
Yuri lived alone?
Little bit to a yes or no question.
That's a very good question.
Do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem.
God,
It's
my voice
should I-
compared to his. I'm really sounding insecure now.
It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
What?
Yeah.
What?
But next time, I won't forget.
You literally just shared. This is the first.
And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
How did you have time to read Monica's poem?
I guess I look forward to it.
We're just starting poems now. What?
Alright, I'm gonna re-roll, and if I roll a 4, I re-roll. Looks like a 3. Let's we go to Monica.
Yeah.
Hi, Vincent.
God damn it!
Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Like getting some actual fucking lighting? I've been suggesting it for months, Monica!
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Not that you fucking listen!
Of course I'll be free to bring things up. I'm much better at just going with the flow and feeling more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Vincent.
We're 2 haws short!
Maybe. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
We're literally pixels on a screen, what do you mean?
Stop lying, Monica.
But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. Again, Monica, my poem.
I like it, Vincent.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes you think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too.
I graduated from my class in the Navy SEALs!
Don't start that now.
300 kills!
So take that as a compliment.
In hand-to-hand and guerrilla combat!
Natsuki, listen, you can show me your hand-to-hand
Is that really all you have to say? Breakfast? Really?
Breakfast?
Did you read the line?
Yeah, I did.
Denny's Grand
What's
Slam.
up?
And I get to read a poem.
If you say so.
Nice. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
I actually have.
Fucker.
Nice.
Maybe a long time ago. And then also in English.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long.
That doesn't sound good from a business perspective.
No, not really. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the
English major.
world that would apply to anybody.
Okay, English major.
Sure.
See. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easier to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow, dang, direct attack.
Oof.
So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel completely good.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you.
Man, I need some water.
Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Why
Bullshit.
does everyone say that?
Sound pretty confident, so that claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
Don't play it off.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Stop.
Oh, don't play it
cheating.
off.
See, said the blind man to his deaf son. Well, let's read it then.
Alright, here we go. Hole in wall, it couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, but looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
Yeah, real cool.
That sounded more like an essay.
Yeah, I really did. What a shitty poem.
There's no real coherence to that.
Yeah, can we just say that it was shitty?
So, what do you think?
It was
Mike.
shitty, Monica. It
Stop.
was shitty. You should feel bad.
Already.
Freeform.
Reform. That's sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
I'm a trend tracer.
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
No, it really wasn't.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
wrong with mental
It's
breakdown.
been influencing my poems a bit.
Voices.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other.
Or, never mind.
Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later.
Yeah.
It's getting really conflicting advice. First we were said not to force ourselves, now we're being told to force ourselves.
Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
Ink flows down into a dark puddle.
So just move your hand and go with the flow.
Your way into his heart.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Because you couldn't tell I'm really fucking obsessed with the actual like lyrics to the song that's playing in the background. Fucker!
Wow.
Poem specifically written for Natsuki. Natsuki not chosen.
Motherfucker!
Yes.
God
You've been
damn it!
cucked. You've been cucked. by
Was
the
that your
universe.
last chance?
Ooh,
No.
Yes.
No, you get to go through all of them.
Oh, okay.
No,
Do you?
it was the last chance for me to, like, choose.
Oh yeah, last chance to actually choose. Next time it's just going to be like, no, fuck you. I'm going to
Oh
read
yeah,
your shit.
it's automatic. That's right.
Yeah. Still pissed.
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
I really like Yuri now.
It's fine. Don't force yourself. Don't exert yourself or anything.
I'm not.
Maybe just look at her spine. Look at the fucking bend.
Oh good lord. That's one heck of a bend.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
No, the tits weigh her front down.
Yeah,
Her spine has already been shattered.
It just kind of compresses her spine a lot.
Right here is
The
where
fact that she's as tall as she is really a fucking miracle.
Yeah, I know.
Because of how
Goddamn.
much her spine is being compressed.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I just need to put my thoughts into words.
I bet you do.
Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading through it.
She's nothing if not realistic.
Ah, so it is that bad.
No.
Yes.
Did I just raise my voice?
You fucked it, voice actor.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Yuri buries her face in her hands.
You couldn't just draw that.
I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere.
You've not moved
It
from this
might
spot in the classroom
Yuri,
all fucking day.
to get used to new people. Just like it might take Natsuki a while to shut the fuck up for 5 minutes to let me read.
Look up when there's this dry ass dialogue, bitch.
Natsuki, you're breaking the main character's will to live.
My soul.
I hope that he dies before any of my friends do.
I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Maybe I should have been silent instead.
Right.
Then he would have been rid of me real fast.
It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds your train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for.
She's been faking it the entire time.
There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
Oh yeah, brag about it.
It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
Brag about it much.
I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Yeah,
I have
motherfucker.
to say, Natsuki could be a little bitch, though. And I was about
I heard that.
That's not what's on the. That's not what the dialogue is.
I heard that, fucker.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
Square up, bitch.
Did you hear?
Fine.
You son of a bitch, you crashed my Discord.
Wow.
He said square up bitch and my Discord crashed.
Your Discord was too scared.
My Discord died.
Square up, bitch. Internet.
Boom. Oh god. Not funny.
Right. Witchy.
Didn't
Shut
laugh.
the fuck up.
Sorry.
Yeah, but you fucking are. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Neither.
Do you mind if I read
Nice.
the poem now?
There's two.
Please do.
Illiterate.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Thought. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Oh fuck, it's cursive.
Oh lord, good luck.
Read cursive.
I used to be able to in 3rd grade. I have to rewire my brain. Give me a second.
Okay, if you read
I've
two,
already
I can afford.
read the whole
Try
thing.
to Yuri.
Hey, guys, I've already read the whole thing. Hey, guys.
I don't
Fucking.
care.
Well,
I don't care. You've got to let him read it, okay?
Alright, just finish reading it.
I'll fucking attempt my best. Cursive is
I'm
not my strong
waiting.
suit.
I'm waiting.
Shut up.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ambient glow.
Amber.
Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The
I'm
last
gonna laugh my ass off if you said line.
light by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Fuck, I can't read.
That's
Calm.
calms. It's
calm.
calms.
Breathing
Calm.
as of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicken back.
Flicken?
Flicken. Flicker. Yes, I can't read cursive. I become retarded when it comes to cursive.
I fleckin' back. Would you like me to fleckin' with you under this fine moon?
Fleckin' with me, Meme Daddy.
Please stop.
Flicking, huh?
Is there any way to unhear things?
Sadly. Well, there's bleach. That might help.
I can't.
Yeah.
Just bleach your ears.
No, because then
You know
you'll
what?
be stuck after the last thing he said.
I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. Yeah, you fucking do. You've written in cursive, goddammit.
In a way, yeah.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Especially because I can read it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm illiterate when it comes to cursive. But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty.
Like you, ugly fucker.
Oh, shit.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. Just like my cock.
Hold on.
Don't get ahead of yourself, bucko.
Whoa, nice cock.
Whoa, shitty cock.
It wasn't too short?
No. It was just right.
I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Vincent.
It's about the passage of time or some shit.
I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all.
You know, that's really fucking weird, because I took a long time to read it.
Well, fuck you. I'm sorry I'm illiterate when it comes to cursive.
No, I mean,
like
Yuri
Well,
mentioned.
that too.
Yeah.
Story-wise, it's mentioned that I took a really long time to read it.
Maybe he is illiterate when it comes to cursive too.
He literally said that. He doesn't read script very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Remembering that...
Are you illiterate?
I am. How did you know?
Oh, god damn it. Why is he a voice actor for a visual novel?
Well, I did okay at Nekopara, so...
We don't talk about Nekopara and Doki Doki.
What do you mean?
So we walk into town.
So you wake up in Germany.
So you walk into town.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture.
God, she sounds like such an elitist, doesn't she?
In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
So it's a white bitch.
I...
Is a ghost.
How'd you know? Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past.
I did not hear lingering.
Lunging.
And soon to be left with nothing.
No. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. And I don't like solemn. He was a really shit king. He tried to split a baby in half.
What?
No, King Solomon. Two women came up to King Solomon and they were like, "That's my baby." "No, that's my baby." And then King Solomon said, "Okay, let's cut it in half, and you get to half." The real mother just let the other bitch take her baby, and the other bitch was like, "Okay, sure, let's go." So King Solomon gave the baby to the real mother, because the real mother would do anything to...
I hadn't even thought of that.
Wow, okay.
Motherfucker, did you fucking mute me? Yuri, line! Yuri! Yuri! Yuri!
Oh no,
Oh no.
he's gone.
Yeah, bitch!
He's gone.
Internet dead.
Internet dead.
Enough
really
telling
thought-
Yuri. Yuri's internet is dead. Yuri is dead.
Yuri's? No, that's not till later.
What?
What?
Hold up. Three
Nothing.
people here haven't watched
Nothing.
this.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
2 people.
2 people?
Don't worry about it. Oh, are you here? Yuri.
Yuri!
Yuri.
Yuri!
Well, we need to talk about something in the meantime.
One time I ate a bagel so big that
I almost died on a bagel when I was 2.
Yuri.
I don't like bagels. I was traumatized by bagels as a child.
Make it on your throat so you can only breathe through the hole. So you can only breathe through the hole in the middle.
Yuri.
I don't think.
Do I live?
Yuri is
Yes.
My internet decided to just die.
Nice.
Fucking.
I'm on the boat now.
Oh no.
Yes, I will. This is going very badly. It's
Yeah.
nothing, really.
Do the roar.
Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. But you're probably not. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
You can't count on me.
You're right, I can't count. 1,
You're right, you can't read
2.
cursive.
Potato.
And this is where we put the game. Hey, stop reading my lines!
That wasn't
Okay,
my
well,
line.
let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
That's my line.
I'm still laughing.
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Fuck off.
Yeah? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote all of this when I could have been doing other things.
Like reading my book? Oh.
In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours.
Why do you
Like
sound
you
so
wanted
cocky?
yourself.
Know your
Because
place.
I am.
Oh. Well, I'll be more comfortable sharing my poems. Yours was really bad. Supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, ha, well, it's not that. Let me show you what real literature looks like. You went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. I was gonna say something, but I would have regretted it.
Oh, you're so. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing to the world like you're all self-important. I lost the voice.
Pretty sure you never actually said that.
Shut the
I
fuck up.
just say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
the voice. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can see. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
Fuck you say to me, you little bitch! What? Just be honest!
I am.
Stop lying.
Why are you so convinced that I...
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god! Stop fucking lying! Well... Guys! Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less violent.
Wait. That might a little weak, but it hits you hard.
Exactly like my fist.
I will fucking end you! Like in this poem, where I fucking blow your brains out. Would you like to see poem version 2?
Please no.
Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I said write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
No, you don't. Don't fucking lie. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose.
Oof.
Like my chest. Helped bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
How long have we been going?
I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
You hurting me, little bitch? What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh no.
She can't read cursive.
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
Guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, no.
Thanks.
Oh, no.
Yours is cute.
Fuck you, say to me.
Oh, no.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
You don't know what I'm into. I know that.
You're into him, the dumbass over there.
Oh, no.
I just meant the language, I guess.
Oh.
I was trying to say something nice.
Well, it didn't work, okay? Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Rude.
Yes.
thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Oh no. Hold on.
Huh.
I'll be back. I
Sorry, I
need
had to
to
get
stop
right.
after carrying
Huh.
this shit so hard.
Oh,
God.
well, that's what being the MC gets you.
I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it. And Vincent did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style.
so you're against change.
I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
Good night, Sherry. Ah, fuck.
Which I haven't yet.
Okay.
And Vincent liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki
Oh,
suddenly
no.
stands up.
Stop.
And the music cuts out.
Natsuki's gonna say
This
the
is
N-word.
bad. That's even worse.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Look at how closed their eyes are. They should go to bed. It's time for a nap.
Yeah.
Say nap?
Up, Sayuri!
Oh no.
Fine.
Alright.
You're not in this conversation.
Oh, it's back.
That's not what I...
Different background music, fucker! Square up, bitch!
No,
Imagine
don't say that. My
playing-
Discord might crash.
Oh no.
Hey, for those of you who have played this or watched this the entirety through, imagine this over that scene. This music over that scene.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
how
no.
how much more lighthearted would it make it? Whoa, 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 whoa! I have not heard this. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's different.
What?
It's different background music because Natsuki and Yuri are fighting.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Oh, now it's back to this.
Bongo.
Oh, we need to end it real quick. We're 53 minutes into this one. Almost 54.
You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
I didn't realize either. It just looked over.
Maybe you're just jealous that Vincent appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know he'd appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Look at that eyebrow.
Little
Look
bitch!
at that eyebrow.
Oh, shit.
Sayori, shut the fuck up.
Shit. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's doing magic and group size bigger as soon as Vincent started showing up.
Natsuki?
Oh, the line!
Oh, right. I wasn't expecting a line. Natsuki, that's a little...
This
This
doesn't
doesn't
involve
involve
you.
you!
Oh, perfect.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Oh no.
Vincent,
Oh no.
she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. She can't get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Vincent.
What? Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language.
It's for little shits like you, Yuri.
It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively.
She's prepared to take a bite out of like a bagel, like the baby hound.
No.
Just
Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste.
You don't waste, Yuri.
Look who's talking, Flatboard.
Look who's talking, Bra Packer.
Huh?
I have to
It
remember
took
the
you a
word.
while to figure that out.
I have to remember. I'm not. Listen.
You understand that, right, Vincent?
Well,
Well,
how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I'm I'm having a hard time saying the word whomever.
whomever.
But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me.
Alright, you don't have a choice here. We're ending it now. We're 58 minutes in.
Suspense.
Yippee! It's cliffhanger time! Yeah! Okay.
It's time for interval memes.
Oh, good lord.
Since my